Hello, everyone that's here and future watchers. I'm Tom from Tarot Your Way, and I'm going to be giving free mini reads for tarot today. And you can ask me anything about the tarot that you like. I will try to explain to the best of my knowledge of how I understand it. Um, may not be how you've come to understand a card, but we can have discussion and learn together. So, anybody who would like a free read, I'm going to put up the banner that says me, and we'll do the free reads. And so, again, we're just doing free reads today and tarot card discussion. So, go ahead and pop your question into the chat and do my best to read it. Hi, Carl. Amanda, Miss Moonlight. Miss Moonlight, thank you for coming to class today and giving all your important insight towards the Eight of Pentacles. It was a card of work and in it for the long haul. Okay, got your Tropical Empress. And Tropical Empress, Amanda, do you have a specific question that you want me to read about, or just a general, or advice from the cards, advice from spirit? Yeah, I'm trying to get myself used to being on alone and not having crutches of other people on screen with me, because I think I've overused that crutch for a long time, and it's time for me to develop more confidence in my abilities to carry a stream by myself. So it's a learning process. It may be painful to watch, but I think it's necessary for my continued growth here on the YouTubes. I've got your question, Carl. Thank you. Hello, Hershey. Thanks for joining me. Hershey's got some housework that she's doing for herself and for the betterment of everything around here. We do have a I don't know what you would call it, a spirit or an entity that's taken refuge in a coat closet by the front door, and let's say it's smelling things up, and not in a pleasant way. Got you, Harley. Thank you. I got you. Got you, Miss Moonlight. Yeah, house chores do suck, Hershey, but you feel better after you get them accomplished. And let's start out with Tropical Empress and Spirit. Just a general. I'm going to be doing 3 card readings. You start out with the Queen of Cups reversed, the Emperor reversed, and then you finally end up with the Sun upright. So with the Queen of Cups reversed, I would say that this general message is saying that try not to be overly emotional at this time. It's very easy to get caught up in our feelings, especially when we have an emperor or somebody with that energy that says you've got to do things the way it's always been done, and is sort of that immovable presence in your life, and that can exacerbate emotions when you have somebody telling you what to do, because we all believe that we know what's best for us at the time. But it all turns out in the end because we have the sun upright, and the sun illuminates any hidden agendas that other people have. It makes your sense of worth and value and your drive and direction um, all come more clearly, and just have that drive to continue for the betterment of yourself and the betterment of your household. And that's what I have for you, Amanda. Do we have any questions about the tarot yet? Dun, 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 dun. Thank you. Be careful while you're driving and listening. I don't want to make you spit your tea out or anything like that. So I'm happy that some of you made the class for the Eight of Pentacles. Just a reminder of the hard work that we all have to, that knowledge that we all have to gain over time. It's not given to us or handed to us. It's out of effort and willpower to do better for ourselves. Carl, will I get some money this week? Thanks. I don't know what your employment situation is or what. We have the Empress reversed. Oh, we have the Three of Swords upright. And we have the King of Swords reversed. So I'm going to say just as a yes, no, that this is looking for no. I don't want to see any of the pain that comes along with not receiving any resources this week for you, because we all want to be held and nurtured in the loving arms of Mother Nature, our Empress, but she's reversed. So we may be thinking that we're abandoned by Mother Nature at the current moment. We all know about the Three of Swords upright, and the heartache and heartbreak that it comes. But remember, once you get past the Three of Swords, you get to the Four of Swords, where you can rest and relax and compose yourself after that big disappointment or big hurt to your heart. And then our King of Swords reversed. I think it begs of us to take a more methodical and analytical approach for attainment in the future. Sometimes you just can't leave it to the ethers to let blessings flow, even though you're doing everything you can to manifest the items that you want. I think in this case, it's a warning that that effort needs to be there, and consistent effort. You just got to be in it week after week, month after month, because life is not easy for anyone. Got a couple more. Does anybody have a tarot card question that you'd like me to discuss? Yeah, Hershey has a lot of big cat energy around her, and she's got a lot of them protecting her. That mama lion is not gonna let her offspring be hurt. But it was, if I may say, it was a little late for Hershey, and she just was invited last night to Sherry's slumber party, sort of at the last minute, and she wasn't expecting to do 2.5 hours more of reads, especially after a spirit box session, because sometimes the energy that spirit boxes have around them can be very taxing. especially for me as a new listener, trying to pick out words, make sense out of the white noise, or listen between the lines. Oh yeah, we all like cursey words. Sometimes it's cursey words are necessary to express frustration at uh wow. So Carl, yeah, I know being without technology, I wouldn't enjoy my outside time as much without the technology crutch that I have, whether I'm doing research or keeping up with what's going on other readers' channels, and analyzing how they read, or trying to get more information for my journal, and how I can interpret a card a little bit differently next time. So there's such a thing as the Swear Tarot, Hershey. I think I've heard you say that before, but I was thinking maybe it was a mythological deck. Oh my goodness, tropical. Are you okay physically and energetically today? 5 hours is a long, long, long time to be reading. I just know how mentally taxed I am sometimes after these shows. Um, yeah, yeah. It was a great save, but then in the end, it was just another clam to our little otter. Uh, uh, yeah, that's the way the otter brain works. It sees everything as a potential meal, and I don't think batteries or SD cards or anything like that is anything that uh, an otter can ingest safely. Harley, do you have a topic that you'd like me to read on, or just a general or message from spirits or guides? Otters are so cute, and they sleep holding on to each other. So if they drift from their current position, they're at least together when they wake up. Just a message. Okay, Harley, thank you. Oh, we start out with a good card for you. We have the Six of Wands upright. We have the Queen of Wands upright, and the Ten of Pentacles. So if you're looking for um, a gain in your personal influence, life, surroundings, environment, it looks good. Starting out with 6 victory, so I think maybe something that you've been working on for a while. You're starting to see the end results and the payoffs. And it's a hard fought victory, but you stuck it out. You stayed with it to the end. Then when we get to the Queen of Wands, the Queen, um, she's that fiery energy. So I think she's going to help you create that spark of passion for your next endeavors. And then your result is your Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles here in this case is not necessarily money or monetary reward. Um, you just step up in position of the things around you that give you comfort and make you feel secure. And that's what I have for you, Harley. Oh, what does the uni? Well, that's a good question, Hershey. I know this portion of the uni and your portion of the uni would like the stench to go away because it's definitely a rotting flesh smell that can get chased from the hallway closet, the coat closet, into the kitchen, and you don't want that anywhere around your food. Miss Moonlight asks, what does she need to know? The Six of Swords upright, the Eight of Cups upright, and our Seven of Pentacles reversed. So after a little bit of chaos in your life, you're moving on to calmer waters. You may step on fresh ground that you've never stepped on before. So I think you reach that point after you encounter your Eight of Cups moment. Some ideology that you were following or had invested a lot of time and effort into just doesn't seem to be paying off, and you're going to cut your losses. So it's not a painful thing that you're running from or to. It's just a message that says it's a little disappointment that not everything that we invest time or effort or energy into really does pay off the way we have it envisioned in our minds. And so the Seven of Pentacles reversed is not time to take a break. You're halfway through your growing season, but you need to keep growing, keep expanding, get classes, get knowledge in whatever endeavors spark you to keep going. And that's what I have for you, Miss Moonlight. So how's everybody doing this Sunday? It is hot, hot, hot here in Houston. Thank you, Harley. Oh, Miss Moonlight, we have some energy that came out of a next door neighbor's house. The house is undergoing renovation and is completely vacant. It's had 3 rounds of vagrants that broke in and camped in there until we notice, and then have to call the owner to call the police to get them rounded up. The police always come out with codes, so of course everybody scatters before the police get here. But you open the door and there is a total mess, and you can tell the house has been lived in. And there's couch cushions and feces and backpacks and discarded clothing and crack pipes and all those other things. I live in a great neighborhood until it's not so great anymore. And the first time since Hershey moved here, and the spirits felt Hershey's energy, there were 9 souls that came out of there. 4 of them were willing to be crossed, and Elena or Elena, who is rotting in our closet, does not want to be moved on and just wants to rot and fester. So until we get it figured out how we can do an energetic cleansing, which right now is beyond my abilities, and it's vexing for Hershey at the moment. So we just have to sit with the uncomfortableness of that smell that is coming from that coat closet. Oh yeah, Miss Moonlight, I wouldn't know what to do without Hershey for all of this energy, but I can't lie that Hershey came with an excess of energy with her. So I'm all open to it and not worried or scared about the bumps that happen in the night or things that get pushed off of surfaces, or things showing up or being moved in the house. Um, it just all comes with the territory. Yeah, so Hershey has spread salt and set her protections in front of that closet door, and uh, she she knows the witchy things to do to help protect. But I think we just, um, while she was dealing with a Ford that wanted to cross, this one got ensconced into our coat closet. So there's a few things in that closet that are sort of in cold storage that need to come with me on the cruise, and hopefully the smell doesn't permeate or taint that. Yeah, we don't know if it's Elena or Elena. Hershey wants to know what the uni wants her to do with the closet monster. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Five of Pentacles upright. And the Three of Cups. So eventually we get the celebration, Hershey. But the Knight of Pentacles reversed, that message of prosperity or abundance around us gets a little mixed, because we don't want that to tarnish or harm what we have that's nice and beautiful around us. As long as she stays in the closet, I guess that would be the best scenario, that because she's not roaming around the house hither to and fro. But doesn't seem to bother Andy that she's in there, but Rhonda, it raises her hackles when she looks at that door of the closet. Her tail gets all bushy, and I say she, but Rhonda is a Ron. It's a male. I just don't know how to sex neutered cats. Um, it it just seems like a loss of space that we're really not utilizing to its best potential. We're just using it for storage right now. But in the end, you get that celebration with the Three of Cups, the the joyous celebration with. I think you're doing the right thing by reaching out to other people that are psychically energy connected to move souls on or cross them. But she seemed pretty adamant that she didn't want to be crossed when she came out of the apartment next door. But I think you, with teamwork, are going to be successful. Although when we have that Five of Pentacles energy, sometimes we just get caught in the diminished energy of being stagnant. And that's what I have for you, Hershey. And Hershey feels that maybe there's a dark object nearby on the property somewhere that she's tied to. And once Hershey identifies that dark object and energetically neutralizes it, then Elena will move on. I don't know that she's staying back for someone. If she came out of that nearby condo, it's been vacant for a long time, and the former owner sold it just last year to the new owner, but he doesn't have the money or the resources to get it refurbed to get a new tenant in there. Maybe Hershey will offer services to do a psychic decluttering and make it a more habitable place. Can I ask, is the Mad Hat Pisces will apologize to Dinah Capricorn? He's a famous lawyer and thanks so much. Okay, so I'm not Doda or Dada. Med Hat Pisces. I'm not familiar with Med Hat. I am familiar with the Pisces tendencies to, if they can become either masochistic or sociopathic if taken to their extremes. They can be really cruel or they can be really loving. Is he going to apologize to Dinah the Capricorn? I would say his training as a lawyer is all tactics. And I think I'm thinking that maybe his learnedness in the lawyer profession works so well on manipulation that's what is happening. So I think an apology could be beyond his capabilities as a human. But for the cards I pulled, wow, you got 2 threes. You got the 3 of Wands, you got the 3 of Pentacles, and you got the Magician. So the making of plans and starting that new journey needs to happen with the Pisces, right? I think right now, energetically, that is not aligning with where his analytic thought processes are going. So I don't think he's even going to think that an apology is necessary. Your Capricorns, on the other hand, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, in which is taking the question, the blueprints to the architect to make a better home. Of course, if the Capricorn gets this negative energy out of the way, things will be better. But the result is it's going to take a magician. So I think our Dinah Capricorn, I think she is going to need a strong team to help protect her energetically on the journey to either realize that apology will never come, or that's just the manipulation of energies by our lawyer. So the cards overall, the threes are making plans to travel, move on. The 3 of Pentacles is taking your plans to the architect, and the Magician. They're all positive cards, but I think it's yes, but not immediately. Oh, absolutely, Harley. I would rather have just one pool of stench than a whole household of it that we can't get away from. Really, the only clothing in there are like I have a safety vest that I wear if I venture out at night, so I can be high vis and be reflective, because I've been hit by cars in broad daylight, and apparently nobody sees me during the day. So I don't want to, especially on a rainy night, the headlights of cars are totally obliterated in the blacktop asphalt pavement that we have in front of our place and where I venture to after dark. Hi, Buttercup. Glad you could join us. Certainly, you can ask what ours feelings are towards you. We have the Hangman reversed. We have the Eight of Wands reversed, and we have the Chariot reversed. So there's definitely big delays. Um, the You don't want to see it from a different perspective, or R doesn't want you to see it. Doesn't want to see it from a different perspective, and there's no enlightenment for the situation, no matter how much you try to logic it out. The Eight of Wands energetically reversed is these wands aren't going anywhere fast, like what the card would symbolize upright. But so I think uh, with the Chariot reversed, you've got all that chaotic energy, and you can't get the energy reined in to go the direction that you want it. So um, hope hopefully energetically you can move on from R, but I don't think it's he may not even be thinking of you, and you're of pinning a lot of your hopes on R to fulfill you. So it may be one of those eight of cups situations where you've got to walk away from any effort that you've already invested in that person, and start afresh. So what you want to attract, if you're not that type of person yourself, become. If you like very fit and gym bunny bodies, um, look at a gym, look at an exercise class, look at going out in the park and running with dogs and things out in nature. So that's what I have for you, Buttercup. I'm sorry that it doesn't look like it's going to work out. Doda, yeah, thank you. Yeah, stalemate. He's either dug his heels in and he's immovable, or he's um, in that apathetic mindset. He's just not even concerned about relationships and all in his own fifis, and not considering other fifis around the situation. Does anybody have a tarot card question that they would like to ask? Yeah, I thought I would come on and do this exercise to buoy my confidence and get better at presentation skills, which I feel are lacking. Other people think, it's fine for what it is. I just need to keep challenging myself to grow and have a little more exposure. I'll never be able to monetize the channel due to situations. I know that now that I'm of retirement age and not getting disability, I'm just getting what's due me of retirement, that I can make some money. But then being a independent contractor, it muddles the things accounting wise. If you make more than $600 a year, from any one income source. So I would say the YouTubes, if I got monetized, could be more than 600 a year. Probably not. Just because I don't have the exposure um, or anything like that. But I would hate to get myself into tax trouble, because I know one thing is certain in life, and then the U.S. government makes sure the second thing is also certain in life, that there are tax consequences. Uh, I, I, I'm, I'm very timid, and I try not to let my own emotions get in the way of readings, and it's kind of difficult to separate my past experiences from my uh, analytical readings of these cards. Oh, thank you, Jeff, and sorry that you had to take care of the dog. Um, that sucks when you have a mess to clean up. Uh, so you had to leave early, Jeff. Was there anything that you wanted to discuss more about our Eight of Pentacles cards during our class? Yeah, sometimes I have a weak internet signal on this side, and when Hershey and I are both live, um, I get a good signal because I'm Etherneted into the Wi-Fi, but Hershey has to go through a Wi-Fi booster and down the hall, so it's not always clear for her when we're both on together. Uh, Bless you, and thank you for saying that. Harley is. I've got some self confident issues that are from my past that I need to overcome still. Is it me or my publisher somewhat dismissive of you? Okay, let's draw some cards on that. Nine of Wands. Two of Wands reversed. Queen of Swords reversed. So with our with our Nine of Wands, you just keep creating, and you see it as your duty to finish this project from start to finish. It's probably been grueling and taxing on you um, for the long haul, but you show up day after day and try to get something to go towards the end result, and you may feel ghosted by your publisher. Our Two of Wands reversed means that your plans, you don't have a backup plan. It's get this project done before I can move on, and it is your sole focus right now. And your publisher has his own plans. What's best for the publishing company, what can grow me monetarily, and is uh, is an Amazon Kindle book going to be profitable. Of course, the amount of money that you have spent for getting a voice actor to read, and now you're doing the process of going through and making sure the delivery is how you intend the energy of your poetry and prose to be. um, Queen of Swords, so reversed. So the the you want to get this project done so you can move on, and it is your sole focus, but not your publisher's sole focus. So I think uh, you're feeling unloved, unwanted, unattended to at this time. But there are two distinctly different agendas. I mean, apparently the end goal for both of you is to get that end work out there. But I think his priority is on something a little more lucrative for his branding, and not your branding. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, imposter syndrome. I when I first came on to YouTube, uh, I certainly didn't want to seem or project uh, disjointedness. I wanted to project confidence and everything. It's just the technology lag with me. I'm totally unfamiliar with tarot card reading. I can do that in my sleep, and sometimes I have. Uh, but last night I was at the foot doctor getting my foot attended to, and he was releasing me. And hopefully, by the time cruise rolls around, I won't have any injuries on my lower extremities, and can actually get into a pool. And it's been 3 years that I've been on cruises, and I've always had some kind of gash or wound that prevents me from getting into a pool. Yeah, and you, we all want to be validated, Jeff. It's is are you getting lost in the shuffle of just the busyness of this person, this publisher? Um, it'll happen, especially once you get your um, your voice acting correction submitted and actually corrected, and then he can see, oh, this is going to be a quick fix to get out and produce. Voice acting is definitely a skill that I'm trying to develop for my videos and my daily cards. What tone of voice, what pace, what cadence. You can hear me stumble over words because even if I do a redo, retake, um, it's just my tongue and teeth can't make those words um, totally sound pronounceable uh, in the right way, or the way that most of the world is used to hearing that word presented. Any tarot card questions? Or we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We are on the waning side of Lionsgate. Um, from what I understand, the cracking of the portal was the 4th of this month and goes approximately to the 23rd, if I remember dates right. But of course, 8-8 was the strong energy gate of it. And definitely that day we had some alien and animal energies just sort of plop into the middle of our existence here uh, at Household Hershey and Thomas. Nothing that we couldn't handle, but it was like, oh my goodness, can you slow down? Can you turn the faucet just a little less instead of full on? We did have a lot of energy, and knocks and tings and bounces and movement going on around us. Yeah, Jeff definitely could have voiced his own book, but and saved money, but you know, he definitely wants to have a quality product out there. Um, is the effort going to be worth the money? Only time will tell, and I hope it pays off for him. Oh well, you know, I still have to have training pants because I dribble Tropical Empress. Uh, some days I'm energetically good. Some days I'm just like, eh. But uh, definitely, if you put in the reps, you can get from suck to finally success, or where you picture yourself as a success, and that's I can't compare myself from my still beginning, you know, less than 2 years, which is still beginning in YouTube and presentation of tarot and education. Um, but it'll eventually gel. But I will suck and suck and suck again until I reach what I feel is success. That was wrong poke. Seal the aura. I have only experienced two people where I could see their auras. One was an absolutely positively energetic person who was shooting out, radiating. I mean, and not just in the confines of near body, just shooting out into the ethers, rainbow energy, and you know, oscillating type things. And then I had a coworker that I saw a dark brown aura, and this person's personal agenda was to stir the pot and manipulate every situation to get others in trouble and deflect any energy or attention from themselves to make other people look poor or badly. And I mean, I saw that immediately in this person. And you just don't want to be put in a coworker situation with uh, that brown aura, because you have to slug through a lot of shit with that person, uh, and it stinks, especially in a workplace where you know, don't mess with my money, and that was totally what they were manipulating on. Their main goal was to get people fired, would do things behind the back and then point it out to a general manager or a manager and say, hey, so and so did this. You need to come over and look at it. When it was definitely something that they had set to make somebody fail. Well, it's a little beyond that for this project for Jeff right now. He has fully committed to having a voice actor for some good writ. And, you know, maybe once it's published, maybe the royalties will come in. Again, when you have an audiobook, the royalties are not as much as a physical book, but then the production of physical books means that a publisher has to have a place to store them until they're ordered. Um, there are some monetary things to consider. Be, Whereas if you have an audio file, it can just be a digital download and it's there, and we get instant gratification. So, do we have any more questions today, or topics to discuss? What about you? Did you experience anything energetically during this Lionsgate portal? Did you get transported in your dreams to another realm? Did something come into your dreams from another realm? Um, did you astral project? Did you stay grounded because you knew that energies were going to be totally chaotic during this time? And Leo energy is definitely hard to deal with. It is heavy and strong and can be overbearing towards people. I'm still doing readings. Yes, Twisted is she. What kind of question would you like answered? I hope baby Aurora is doing well. Getting over her cold or whatever. And it seems like there's always something going on with little ones. And then when they get to be toddlers and moving around, then there's so much more trouble and opportunities for trouble to get in to concern a parent. I know that you're having living mate issues. Are you able to do anything to move to calmer waters from that living mate situation? I definitely will read for you. Yeah, and I guess she will have to once the tube comes out, she will actually have to learn how to um, swallow without aspirating, and um, hopefully her motor coordination and skills and um, the connections with her mind and body working will allow that process to move smoothly, so you don't have any complications during that process. Okay, well, getting along better is improvement. So you got to take every little gain as a small victory. Okay, so she is getting practice on swallowing and not just doing everything with the NG tube. That's good. Yeah, Jeff, I tuned into you one morning and you were doing your channeling voice, or your alter ego was channeling at the time, and I thought, oh my gosh, uh, uh, he's been screaming at at a football game or something all night long, and he's just got no voice left. I will attempt a medical question. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I know that you can lean on your caregiving team for yourself and Aurora to give you advice. Um, this is just for entertainment purposes only, but I can read about the energy around situations. Is it around baby Aurora's care and progression in the medical area, or do you have a specific um, will a specific cause gain a specific effect? Or will a specific cause um, give me a specific effect? You certainly may. Shift team, go ahead and just put the word me, a couple spaces, and then a question in caps for me so I can see it as my chat rolls by. Will her tube be removed within a year? Well, I'm saying that seeing that there's progress, that she ate bananas and blueberries and carrots. Carrots wouldn't be my first choice, but then I didn't know what a blueberry was until my advanced adult years. We have the Four of Cups. We have some apathy by maybe the medical team that they don't want to rush things and take it out too soon. And the Four of Cups is upright. The Devil card is reversed. You think, I think your mind is going to worst case scenario, and the Devil card is like not letting you see the big changes or transformations. But if you look day to day, there are small things going on that are getting Aurora towards her improved goals. And we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Again, you got to throw money on it. The medical profession in this country, I don't know if you're here or in Canada, but here in the United States, they tend to go overboard and try this and try this and try this, and just sort of leave the patient as a pincushion or something as experimental to deal with. I just got some foot care supplies, and the thing that was ordered and needed to be here did not come, but I got a huge box, probably 18 inches by 12 inches by 16 inches, full of gauze and dressings and other things. But I did not get the specific like donut pad for me to keep weight off of the injury on my foot. It's like a big felt donut, and it's a lot sturdier than any Dr. Scholl's thing that you can get over the counter or pick up at a Walmart. These are actually foam and sturdy and have some heft and can hold up for a couple days. They ordered those, but I got everything else. So I think our medical system is a waste and a way for people not to do the job that they should be doing. They think they understand what you need. Oh, you need these pads now. Let's just give them gauze and something cheaper. And, but do I need a 4-year supply of stuff to wrap my feet in? No, we've almost got the problem licked. We just need the weight off it while that last little bit heals. Well, once Aurora gets that control of her digestive peristalsis system in control and agreeing with the signals coming from her brain, you can get that tube removed safely. And again, I'm not a doctor, but the doctors will try their best to make sure that she won't be in any danger from choking if they so happen to move it quicker than necessary. Well, I make legitimate money from streaming video games on YouTube. Um, you're getting into a big saturated market and niche. I know that I've picked a too niche of a niche. There's not many people coming to YouTube looking for tarot readings. But I think if you shift to trying to make money on YouTube, you're going to have to put out money investment or game systems investments or game cartridges or software themselves. So I think you're in the short term, you're going to be out maybe a lot of money to keep your channel diversified enough to figure out what game that people want to follow and what game that will keep you interested in you playing and figuring out the tips and tricks and the cheat codes on how to game the game. And that's just from what I see as a analytical view. So you start out with the death card, number 13, big transformation. Going on as a YouTube personality is a big transformation. It's going to upset the day-to-day schedule, the day-to-day life that you have right now. You may have to prioritize and cut back on luxuries that you've become accustomed to. A lot of time is going to be used in this endeavor. You're going to have to use a lot of skills. I know gameplay, you don't need to use a lot of editing skills, but I know to keep audiences engaged, you have to use editing skills. So if you don't have editing skills yet, you're going to have to learn them. We have our King of Pentacles reversed. Again, I think this is going to be like, you may view it at one point as a copious amount of money loss or resource loss to you, whether it be time and money. Remember, your time is valuable too. It's not just the paycheck or the green at the end of 2 weeks. And then we've got our Nine of Swords. So there's going to be some sleepless nights for you. But I know gamers that are on game channels do stay up late night and play and play and play. So especially if it's an interactive game with multiplayers, after midnight is prime time for you. So I don't know if that helps you, but that's what the cards are saying at the moment. Thank you for asking your question. Yeah, life can be a struggle for certain individuals, and they eventually grow, and those around them grow. But it may not always be comfortable in the process. But everything is going to turn out for the best, most benevolent outcome for you and Aurora. I think you've got a whole YouTube community behind you, trying to support and buoy you and keep you in the positive. And you do. You show up day after day. and are positive, and you're taking it in stride. And yes, the patience can wear thin because it is a process. And none of us, especially in current day, are really willing to go with the natural process. We want that instant gratification, that tangible result. Um, but just in this case, that's not quickly coming. So if I don't have any more discussion points or any other questions, does anybody see a question that I missed? Just put a big me in there, and I'll wait for you to type your question out. Thank you, Hershey. Aaron, welcome in. I haven't seen you for a bit. I have very dark brown eyes. Very dark brown eyes. They would almost be considered black. Unless you saw me up close and in person, you wouldn't even know that they're brown eyes. Yeah, once you find the energetic family, even the bonds of the earthly body want to be with the family, and especially if you're a mother um, of any children, uh, you want to be able to be there for your offspring through thick or thin, life and in death. Bonds are not broken; they're only veiled and unremembered from lifetime to lifetime. So that energy wants recognition, reconciliation, just as much as we want it here on a physical plane. We want that resolution on the spiritual plane as well. Aaron, did you have a question that you'd like to pop in today? I'll be doing these pop-ups from time to time just to get up my exposure and prove to myself that even though I don't plan on monetizing, that I can actually hit the goals to do it. And then once you do it, you have to keep doing it. It's a rolling 4,000 hours. Once you get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm about a third of the way to that. Once you get those 4,000 hours, every day, 365 days ago, that time falls off, and you've got to make that up with totally new time. So safely to make that 4,000 hours, you got to have about what's the math? 13 hours of watch time per person per day. And if you've got less than 1,000 subscribers, you can only count on 10 of those people being there at any one time. So to get that 30 hours average a day is really gonna, I'm not going to be on 3 hours every day. I just can't hit that pace. So I've got to make sure that I get 30 people into every live or every recorded show, and make sure I keep them entertained until the end to keep their interest and to gain that time. Because I've heard of a lot of people getting there and pulling back just a little bit, and then the following month they lose their 4,000 hours because they forgot that the previous year's time drops off. Okay, Aaron, I'll read on what the rest of 2024 looks for you. We have Strength upright. We have the Tower reversed. Tower is the Tower is the Tower, even if it's reversed, but it's not so sucky. And we have the Three of Swords again reversed. So strength, you're going to gain a lot of strength from this year, and the lessons and the knowledge that you get from this year are um, what in the past would have been a tower moment for you. You've sort of learned how to steel your heart and your mind and your resolve to make them the least impactful to you as you possibly can. And the good news is the Three of Swords reversed is that heartbreak is over. You're emotionally going to be protected and filled up again. Your love bucket, your emotions are really going to have a healing period through the rest of 2024. So that looks like really good for you for the rest of the year, Aaron. Yeah, Aaron, we had to get tools to redo Spirit Box Saturday. Just before Hershey moved, her Spirit Box was destroyed by an entity in her sister's um, uh, undertaking laboratory. So they picked it up, threw it across the room. Even her sister had to duck for cover because it was hitting things on its way towards her head, and she got out of the way just in time. But the Spirit Box did not survive the final impact at the end of its trajectory. So I want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you for letting me read your questions. I do so much appreciate it. Remember, go out, have a great day, but more importantly, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Bye, everyone. Have a great Sunday.